Hi everyone. Do you like working with chunky yarns when you decide to knit or crochet? Do you find them challenging or easy to work with? Are they faster or do they take longer for you? Are the tools that you have to use lightweight or heavyweight? I'd like to talk about those things with you and share with you some things that I made. Okay? So if you'd like to sit down and chat, grab your drink or your snack and hold on for a moment. Hi everyone, welcome to Mindful Crafts and More. I am Katrina. If this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome. Take a look at this video or any of my other videos, and if you find yourself inspired, join my channel. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you just hanging out with me for a bit. So, hi everyone. I decided to break into my stash of chunky yarns. I have a whole lot available, but sometimes I don't know if I want to work with them or not. Now, I do find that finishing projects is a lot faster working with the chunky yarns, but not all patterns are amenable to chunky yarns. So I prefer to work with more of the medium weight yarns most of the time. But that being said, I do like a variety of things. So from time to time, I have to go in and break through my chunky yarn stash and get to working for projects. So this week, I decided to go ahead and work on some chunky projects. Now, in working with the chunky yarns, you can work with maybe a 5-weight yarn or a 6-weight or even more than that. Now, I am making hats and worn wearables. So with that, I try to stick closer to the 5 or the 6-weight yarns. Or if I have a worsted weight yarn that I want to do a chunky pattern, sometimes I will go ahead and ply 2 strands together in order to achieve a similar weight yarn when it is worked up. Okay, but this time I did actually use chunky yarns. So I want to share with you the different styles of hats that I came up with and just share with you also something in the end that I hope that you will be pleased with. Okay, so let's get to talking about the chunky yarns and see what I did. All right, so the first thing I did was just a basic knit hat. And I decided that I wanted to do it in different sizes. Now, as I was going ahead and doing that, I really didn't want to stick to just one style. So I changed up the brim for the hats. Okay. So this is the first one that I did. Now, this one is a child size, probably like a newborn or a toddler. And for this brim, I went ahead and did a 1x1 rib. All right. And as you see, it turned out really nice. The yarn that I chose for this is called Charisma by Loops and Threads. It is a 5-weight yarn and worked up very, very nice. Now, in order to get this, because the diameter of this is small, and I did make this in the round, I had to use a longer cable needle in order to do this. So I did circular needles with the longer cable. And in doing that, I did something called a magic loop method. And when you do the magic loop method, you actually can achieve a circular pattern much easier than maybe if you were using double pointed needles. All right. So that's what I did for this one. And I really like the way it came out. I did my decreases and then cinched it up at the top with a Kitchener stitch. So I love it. Okay. All right. Next. Again, I said I changed up the brim, right? So for this one, I decided to do a rolled brim. All right. So a rolled brim is just that. When you are working either in the round or flat, if you're doing stockinette stitch for um, knitting, then it will roll on itself by nature of the way the stitches are. Okay, so for this one, I didn't really do a brim, but it ended up making its own brim because the stockinette stitch does curl. Okay, and so this one is a little bit larger than the previous one that I showed you, right? So this one could be for a young child, maybe into a teen. All right. And I really like the way this one came out. This was actually the same skein of yarn because I got the big ball of the Charisma. All right. So it worked up, these two hats. But not only these two, I actually have another one. So hold on again. So this is a third one here, all right? Now this one also I did as a rolled brim, and this one is an adult size hat, all right? So you can see that it's much much larger and wider, and it'll fit, an adult size. Okay. And all of them for this one, the same thing. I cast on my stitches and then went ahead and did enough for the brim so that knowing that it was going to roll up and then continue for the body of the hat until I got it as tall as I wanted it, and then started my decreases and then closed it up with the Kitchener stitch. And I really like the way this turned out. Okay. So now, last but not least, this one is a different yarn, okay? A different yarn. So now this one is actually um Woolies Thick and Quick. So it's a little bit thicker yarn, but it still made a beautiful hat. And the brim is what I want you to take a look at. And this one is a garter stitch brim. So for this one, I did it in the round. So I knit around and purled around until I got the brim as thick as I wanted it. And then I did the body of the hat to the height that I wanted it, and then started my decreases. All right. And so I really like the way this one turned out as well. So you can change up the hats based on the brim that you do, okay? So ribbing, rolled, or garter stitch, all right? Now, these aren't the only ways that you can do your brims. There are a lot of options out there, but these are just three that I chose, all right? Okay, so now those are my knit ones, okay? And I also decided that I wanted to go ahead and do a crocheted project. So this is my version of a basic crocheted hat using the same Loops and Threads Charisma yarn. Now, as you see, the color comes out a little bit different when you knit versus crochet. And the reason for that is because the crochet stitches use up more yarn in making the stitches. I decided to go ahead for this one and just do a um, reverse single crochet brim on it. And I think it turned out beautiful. What do you guys think? Very easy to do. This one did not take long at all, but I really do like the way it turned out. Okay. And all of these are with a category 5 weight yarn. Okay, so now I have one that I want to share with you, and this one is a pattern by another yarny friend, none other than the beautiful and talented Rell over at the Dabbling Hook. So Rell came out with a beautiful pattern some time ago called Bricks and Hearts, and it's a knit pattern and is a paid for pattern. And I purchased the pattern some time ago and just put it over to the side. And I decided when I was making these hats, you know what? I want to make that hat. I happened to see a video that Priscilla did, my Yarny bestie, where she had tested out the pattern. And I said, you know what? I actually have that pattern. I purchased it and did not make it. And I was really inspired once again to go ahead, grab my pattern and work it up. Now, the difference between the one that I worked up and the recommendations in the pattern is I did not have a what I considered variegated yarn. I have a self-patterning yarn, which is my Charisma, but that's actually a category 5 weight yarn, and this pattern calls for a category 6. So I had some beautiful hometown yarn and decided to grab that. So hold on for a minute. Let me grab my yarn. I am back. Okay, so I have my yarns here. I had this beautiful blue, and it is called San Diego Navy. Okay, and this again is a 6 weight yarn, and the recommended needle size is a 13 or a 9 millimeter, and also for crochet hook, an N13 or a 9 millimeter. Okay, so I use this one and this one. Okay, so this is Hometown. Okay, and this one is called Houston Cream. Okay, so Houston Cream and San Diego Blue. So those are the two that I chose. And even though it's not variegated, hopefully I did Rell's pattern justice. So let's take a look at the photo of the beautiful beanie that I made. Yeah, so what do you think? I think it turned out great, and I hope that Rel thinks so as well. I always am inspired, but I definitely want to make sure that the things that I make are in keeping with the designer. And I really, because I am inspired by them, and I want to make sure that it brings a good light on their patterns. All right. So this is my beautiful beanie that I made. Okay. So you see the brick portion and the beautiful hearts. All right. And I love the way this came out. I followed the pattern. I had no problems following the pattern at all. It was very easy to follow, very self-explanatory, and I love the way it turned out. Let me know what you think. Now, I am so inspired that I honestly would like to give you guys an opportunity to win a pattern. So I would like to maybe put two patterns available that I will purchase with my own funds if you would like to receive it. Now, you would have to knit. You have to be 18 years or older. You have to be subscribed to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and leave a comment with the keyword hearts, okay? And if you can do that, I would love to be able to share this with you, okay? So once again, you need to be 18 or older. This is void where prohibited. You have to have a valid email address, and I have to be able to verify your email. I will be sending it to you electronically. This is for an electronic pattern that I will purchase, okay? And you have to follow all the rules that YouTube has set forth. Okay. This is not being sponsored. I will purchase it with my own money. All right. I will leave it up for a couple of weeks. So about 14 days, after which then I will go ahead and draw the names. Okay. And I will choose two names and share it with you guys. All right. So I am really excited to be able to share something with you. It's been a while since I've done a giveaway. But doing an electronic pattern is a very easy way to do a giveaway, and I'm just sharing with you guys. So, yeah, okay. So look up to that and go ahead and leave your comment if you would like to be in the running for this beautiful pattern. It is okay if you don't, no worries whatsoever. I just want to share, okay? All right, so that's all I have for this portion. Let's go ahead and take a look at the puzzle solution for the last video that included a Wordogoo puzzle. All right, so hold on for a moment. All right, so as you saw, that is my solution and Priscilla's solution. We've really been having a wonderful time working on these Wordogoo puzzles. I really do enjoy it, and it really does make me think. If you didn't see the word in there, hopefully you will see it when I show you the official solution here. Yeah, so what do you think? How about that? It does relate to the channel, and like I told you in the last video, I asked for some help to try to find some of the words when they're revealed, if it would be something that will relate to the channel. So how about that? That's awesome, right? Okay, so I would like to now share with you the new puzzle for the week. All right. So I hope that you got that. I look forward to being able to work on a new puzzle. I'm still going to continue to work on more hats and more wearables, as I haven't done a set number for myself, but I want to be able to share not only locally, but share with some others who are also um, giving in their communities as well. I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to help each other along. And it really does kind of help you to be inspired and show that, we're all being supportive of each other. So, yeah, okay. So I am having a wonderful time. It is very, very busy now. But I'm still trying to continue to do my crafting because it really does help me in so many different ways. All right. So I want each and every one of you to do everything you can to be mindful, do everything you can to be at your best health, and by all means, continue to be crafty every day. Share your gifts, be inspiring, and be inspired. I look forward to seeing you in my next video or one of yours. Okay? Bye bye now.